The purpose of today's video is to introduce you to a number of very special trains that I own. Now I'm going to play a sound from each train before I introduce it to you. Now our standard non-talking Thomas is not what this video is all about. So I'm going to remove Thomas and I'm going to introduce you to these characters one at a time. Now I'm going to play their sound now before I introduce you to the character. Well, I wonder who that could be. Yep, that's right. It's a talking Bertie. Now you know it's a standard talking because there isn't an on-off switch. It's very hard to tell with Bertie because both of his headlights in the talking and the interactive version both look the same. So very hard to tell. So there's our first character, which is Bertie. Here's our next character. I wonder who it could be. Yeah, that's right. It's Peter Sam. Peter Sam's an absolutely beautiful train. A really dark green. You can tell he's talking because of the speaker. You can tell he's a standard talking because of the painted black buffers and the on and off switch. So there's Peter Sam. Now I believe that Golden Bear made 20 talking characters, but I'm not entirely sure. Now Bertie was going a little crazy there. So here's our third character. When I rush, I make mistakes. I wonder who that could be. Yeah, that's right. It's Billy. Billy is a really nice character. He's got a very strange face. I would assume he's probably a young character because his teeth are just starting to grow and they're a little bit out of order. It's going to need a brace to sort those out. So there's Billy, our third character. Then let's go to our fourth character. Now I wonder who that could be. Yep, that's right. It's Emily. Emily is an absolutely beautiful train. Really dark green. Standard version because of the on-off and the black buffers. Really beautiful train. So there's Emily. Then we've got our next character.
I am always ready to help.
I wonder who that could be. Yeah, that's right. It's Whiff. Now Whiff is a nice dark green as well. Different colour to Emily for a bit of variety. So here we go, our fifth talking version. Now this is an absolute beautiful train, the next one. Now who's the character with the gravelly voice? Yeah, that's right, it's Neville. Neville is a really beautiful train. He looks the largest of all. He is a train with 6 wheels, just like Emily. Now I believe out of these 6 characters so far, the only one that was made in interactive is Bertie. But there's Neville. Let's see who the next one is. Well, there you go. He's in with the pirates. Yeah, that's right. It's Salty. Now, if you remember from an earlier video, this was a brand new train purchased recently. So there we go, we've got Salty.
I'm the smartest, fastest engine.
Well, I wonder who he could be, the smartest, fastest engine. Oh, I thought it was going to be Gordon, but no, it's James. Absolutely beautiful James. It's got a black buffer. One of the only trains, him and Neville, I think, are the only two, or maybe Murdoch as well. But there we go, standard talking version, on-off switch. With James again, it's hard to tell because his buffers, they are just complete black plastic. It's very hard to tell the difference between him and an interactive version from afar. So that's our first 8 characters.
Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Then we've got a really loud one. Who is it? That's right. It's Percy. Beautiful Percy. Nice green. Standard version again. There's Percy. That's rather nice. Percy's just out of camera. Then we go on to some other trains which... Let's go for our next train.
I'm too important to have a number.
Well, who is it? No number, but really important. That's right, it's Mavis. Again, Mavis is a beautiful character. Really nice, on-off switch. There we go. On to the next one.
I like telling jokes and having fun.
Who could it be telling jokes and having fun? That's right, it's Stanley. Beautiful white paint on Stanley. Standard talking version. Absolute beautiful train. Who's the next one?
I must always be on time for my boss.
It must always be on time. It can only be Oliver. Now here's our next one.
I have my own branch line.
Who is it? That's right, it's the most important. It's Thomas, number 1. Now we're moving on to some really special trains, some really large, long trains with built-in tenders, just like Emily, James and Neville. I wonder who it could be. What? It's got number 2 in his tender. That's right. Could only be Edward. Edward number 2. Now this is my absolute favourite train out of all of them in My First Thomas. He's just an absolute beautiful train.
The countryside is so beautiful and calm. I love peace and quiet.
I wonder who it could be. Yeah, that's right. It's Murdoch. Beautiful mustard paint, really long train, 6 wheels, standard on and off, and painted black buffers. There we go, there's Murdoch. Then we've got one of my favourites again, extremely difficult to find one in working order.
I am strong, fast, and handsome.
He's strong, fast and handsome.
Everybody knows I'm the most important engine.
And he thinks he's the most important engine. Who could it be? That's right, it's Spencer. Spencer's got a very unusual wheel sound. Absolute beautiful train. So there's Spencer. We're now running out of room, so fortunately we're coming to the end.
I want to be a really useful engine.
Who could it be?
My name is Molly, and I have the brightest yellow paint.
Well, she's giving it away. That's right, it's Molly. And it's true, she does have beautiful bright yellow paint. So there's Molly. Try and get Molly in the picture. Just going to have to make some room for Molly. Just about squeeze Molly in the back now. She'll probably be very unhappy to be right at the back line. But there we go. Now we've got two more characters. Characters 18 and 19. Now I wonder who could that be?
I take my job very seriously. I'm Harold. I can hover like a bird.
That's right, well he's giving it away. It is, it's Harold, and he can hover like a bird. Now Harold is going to be extremely noisy because he needs to be on a flat surface to stop his whirling noise. And what it is, there's a little button here. If that's not on a flat surface, you won't get Harold to stop making noise. Now, the next and my last character, 19 out of a possible 20. It can only be probably the most important character, and without him and his big belly, all of these trains would run amok and do their own thing. But we need someone to tell them what to do.
Paint always stays shiny.
Who could it be?
Late for Lady Heart. I do prefer trains, but this is a faithful girl.
Yeah, that's right. It's the Fat Controller. Although Thomas is probably the most important train, without the Fat Controller, these trains would do whatever they want. Now, sadly, I am missing one character. Now, I wonder if you could tell me who it is. I'm not going to tell you for the moment. I'm going to press each character so you can hear them before we go.
Hi, Thomas and Percy make fun of me.
Salty only came in a standard talking version in my opinion, but correct me if I'm wrong.
I've got room for all my passengers.
There's Bertie, came in interactive and standard.
I'm friends with all the engines.
Peter Sam, he came in interactive and talking.
The other engines call me Silly Billy.
Billy, only in talking. Now my Emily, for some odd reason, she hasn't had batteries in for a while. Now that does happen if they don't have batteries.
Hello, I'm Emily.
They can take a little to get them working.
Thomas helps me out when I'm in trouble.
So Emily and Molly, I believe, only came in standard talking.
I have a funny little whistle.
There's Whiff, I believe he only came in standard talking.
My name is Neville.
There's Neville, only standard talking.
The Fat Controller has plans for me. I'm a fine engine.
James, he came in both standard and non-talking.
I'm proud of my number 6.
There's Percy, he came in standard and non-talking.
Look at my shiny black paint.
There's Mavis, standard and non-talking, standard talking and interactive talking.
I'm Stanley, and I'm here to help.
Only standard talking, Stanley. We're going to miss a character.
Cinders and ashes. I mustn't be late.
There's Thomas, standard and interactive.
My blue coat is the brightest.
There's Edward, standard and interactive.
I am strong and have 10 drive wheels.
Murdoch, he says he's got 10 drive wheels, but there's only 6 on the character. Standard talking only.
My name is Spencer.
There's Spencer, standard talking only.
I drive my car to work every day.
Fat Controller, standard talking only.
Don't you wish you could hum it?
And Harold came in talking and interactive.
I have a very special brake fan.
And this is Oliver. Oliver came in standard and interactive. Now the character that I'm missing, if you've not already guessed, is Lady. I need a standard talking lady. She's going to have an on and off button and she's going to have painted back buffers. If anyone wishes to donate a standard talking lady to me, please comment in the comment section below and I'll get in touch. I'd be extremely grateful. She's the only train out of the 20 that I'm missing. Well, thanks for watching. Please leave a like, please subscribe, and I hope to see you all again soon.